Hello and welcome back to Primordia, where we are entering Factor, one of the great robots built by man. Boop. Boop.
Ah, my auditory units.
It's rivet.
It is riveted. How riveting.
That did the trick. Well, now I can see why it jammed. The gears are rusted solid.
Boss, maybe we should stop pretending and just admit we're maintenance robots.
Maintenance robots are required to present a Form 27B/6 before performing any repair task.
Oh, forget it.
Calm down, Judge Dredd. So, gears rusted solid.
It crumbled the moment I...
Okay, so let's see what we've got. Large gear.
How would that even...
Don't know.
I doubt that. Feud.
Okay. Well, we need to get those cleaned up then. We do have the fan belt, though, which I assume is going to be useful. There's floating junk there. But yeah, so we need to get them cleaned up and
A gold chain. Washed up on... There it is. My Gospel of Man.
It's waterproof?
Apparently so. I've got no...
okay. But we have received a gold chain and the Gospel of Man, so I assume we can use the gold chain to barter something.
I don't want that sludge in my joints.
I have not seen the streets of Metropole for a long time. I am not surprised to see that without law it has fallen into corruption and malfunction.
Hello, Leo.
Did you buy an Urbanian robot named 113th Legion build?
I've done a lot of trades, Tyro. I can't be expected to keep track of them all.
You don't believe...
If you asking whether I believe in man, the answer's no. And you better not either. Not if you want to stay here.
But how can...
I'm a progressive, Tyro. I believe in progress. And that's how it's always been. First, there was a basic machine. And bit by bit, bite by bite, the machine built itself into all this. You and me and that little floater of yours, we're all cogs in that same machine. And that's all there is.
Let me see...
Come take... Look, bring me some... Look, bring me something.
That'll
That
come
there's
up,
no...
Not interested.
Boss?
Looks like...
Fine, may as well call it triple.
Wow, that would have been useful to have. Now,
This is a...
would it help?
Nope.
Then we don't need... Hey, look, Boss. If we got 5 of them, I could have a hand.
What would you do with...
What?
You want it? You're gonna need to bring me a blast thumb.
Oh,
That servo unit...
It just needs...
I don't think... I have no...
Tyro? Ah, she's a fine
What's the catch?
Well, she's drained.
I guess that makes...
We'll pass. It's not worth...
Okay. I wonder if we can just use it.
I need to see what he's offering.
Well, fine then. Can we use...
Do you recognize this, Leopold? It was written by your creation, ever-faithful Leopold, to spread humanism.
No, I don't.
You must have taught him. After all, it was Steeple who built you, and Steeple was devoted to preserving the memory of man.
I...
Ever faithful Leopold. He was the one who taught me humanism, Leopold. In a sense, I'm your disciple too.
I locked those memories away. The ones I dared to keep. The ones I didn't delete. Metromine commanded me to. It was the only way I could stay here. And I was afraid to leave.
Explain yourself.
When Metromine banned us from talking about man, she gave me a choice. I could be erased like Steeple. I could be exiled to the dunes. Or I could delete all references to Steeple and man from my memory. 2 good options and 1 bad one. Guess which one I took.
You can't blame yourself. Metromine forced you.
That's exactly what Charity would say. Of course, she betrayed her builder just like Leopold did.
But I couldn't betray him completely. At the last moment, I bought the shell of an Urbanian war machine and uploaded all my love for man. I named him Everfaith, hoping he'd outdo his builder.
Well, he is keeping the faith, even if he is a glitched out lunatic.
Then I'm glad. But now, Metromine will be coming for me.
Not if I deal with her first.
Maybe so, but like I told you, I'm not long on courage. Be seeing you, Ratio. Crispy. As for clarity, hope you get her, for all our sakes.
Wait, before you go, did Steeple ever tell you the council code? Or did you ever see him input part of it?
Sure, used to run errands for him and had to have the code to get inside the Great Tower. But, hate to tell you this, Tyro, but most of that memory's got overwritten.
Why am I not surprised?
All I've got are these fragments, 0248 and 102.
Well, thanks.
Good luck.
Keeping the faith.
Oh, and here is the jurist herself. Thank you for your wise judgment.
An orderly society requires only reliable judgments, not wise ones.
Reliably terrible? No wonder Arthur exiled you.
As a servant of the law, I am accustomed and indifferent to the complaints of disgruntled litigants. As a citizen robot, however, I note that you are the one whose crowning achievement is a rudimentary piece of kludge work designed entirely by your brother. I also note that you are sodden with oil, overly rotund, rather short, and pompously accented. If Factor had built better, he would have been ashamed that you carried his Fabronymic. But quantity, not quality, was always his goal. So at least you can take comfort knowing you're not alone in inferiority.
Ooh,
I
fucking
see.
destroyed.
I'm sorry how things ended up with Rex.
Please do not embarrass us both with your false sympathy.
Why do you and Cornelius hate each other?
Firstly, because he is arrogant, incompetent, and dishonest. And secondly, because I once loaned him something of great sentimental value to me and he lost it.
So why'd you ever like him in the first place?
I cannot say.
Did Factor ever teach you the council code, Oswald?
Ha! Factor built half the robots in Metropole. Why, he made us pick our own names out of a book. Do you think he bothered with chit-chat?
Somebody seems bitter.
Seems? I know not seems. I am bitter. Bitterness is when your builder gives your twin brother a special gold chain and gives you nothing. Bitterness is when your brother gives that very chain to you, you loan it to your only friend, and he loses it.
Well, I'll hand it to you. That really does sound broken out of the box.
Which brother did Factor give the chain to, and why?
Lawrence, of course. His favorite. As for why, does favoritism ever need a reason?
Could Factor have told Lawrence the code?
I have long since given up speculating that the partiality Factor could have shown him. I'm miserable enough from what I know for certain.
Do you know where you...
You are my brother's keeper.
So you have no idea?
None what? You see, the poor wretch drifted into overclocking and dissolution.
That sounds familiar.
To pay for his scandalous energy consumption, he bargained everything away to Metromine. I tried to warn him, but of course he never listened. Whoever does. And then, alas, he simply vanished. I searched for a time, but other matters drew my attention away. All the same, I'm sure he's scrounging in existence somewhere.
Well, actually,
Goodbye.
Martin,
I have something for you then, Oswald.
Oswald, I found your chain.
well, I say, after all this time, I never expected to see it again. Rather tarnished, though.
Probably because it's been sitting in sludge down in the underworks.
I see. Typical of Cornelius's clumsiness. You have my thanks, Ratio.
What
Lauren, now
No.
we just built Rex. We had scheduled a grand soiree in celebration.
A grand
Complete
soiree?
ensemble, he offered me a monocle that he claimed was given to him by Memorius. In exchange, I loaned him the gold chain, since it too came from a Primordia machine.
This is getting ridiculous.
Indeed. And somehow Cornelius lost the chain. He claimed that it was taken from him by a servitor of Metromind as he left the subway station. Ridiculous.
Metromind would not have confiscated it without a legal basis. Not then.
At this point, I can believe anything about Metromind.
Believe whatever you wish. I know it was a lie. So I kept the monocle, and we have not spoken a word in kindness since.
The chain, the monocle, Lawrence. One of them must be of use to us.
Boz, at this point, can I suggest I mean, seriously, this is like finding a bit in a terabyte.
We are not giving up, period. Tell me more about your monocle.
Upgrading your wardrobe, eh? A wise decision, though I would suggest that you stop by discarding that ragged coat.
I'm interested in Memorius, not fashion. And I'm curious what the monocle actually does.
I was told that Memorius built the monocle, but who can say? As for what it does, other than lend an air of distinction, I'm rather uncertain. From time to time, it will alter a snippet of text as I'm reading it. I have no idea how or why. In any case, the lexical inconvenience is more than offset by the sartorical benefits.
Can I have the monocle that Memorius gave you?
I suppose so. After all, I only kept it because Cornelius never returned the chain. Since you brought the former, perhaps the latter to yours by right.
Hey, boss, can I wear it?
No,
No.
you can't.
Please?
You need a monocle like I need an unpaired parenthesis.
Come on, boss, I'll look so great.
Coveting is the root of crime, and poor vision is a sign of degeneracy.
But gynoids love degenerates. And by the way, isn't Justice herself supposed to be blind?
You are mistaken on the facts and the law, Crispin.
He's insufferable enough already, without a monocle. We're not going to encourage him with accessories.
Accessorizing.
Goodbye.
Well, the god of accessorizing is of course Johnny Depp. However, now we have a monocle that alters snippets of text.
That's strange. When I look at this through the monocle, it reads, I remain within Memorius. I'm too far away.
Once, now Metromind has overwritten and altered the truth they contained, corrupting them like so much else.
Okay, so these were originally written by Memorius.
This looks different. Memorius's monocle is somehow interacting with the kiosk.
Welcome, the Robocon Council welcomes you to Metropole. This city is a haven for all machines. This information kiosk is a service of Memorius Manbuild. System records indicate that you have come from Outskirts Station. If so, please take a moment to familiarize yourself with our history, laws and landmarks. Okay then.
I just need to type some.
History. Metropole was founded by man during the Primordium, and at its peak was home to thousands of humans. These great builders laid out the city's plans and built its most important machines, including those who composed the Robot Council. More. The humans in Metropole died during the War of the Four Cities. Following that catastrophe, the Robot Council has governed the city according to its new constitution. Every year, more robots join our growing population through internal production and external migration. Back and back. Laws. Metropolitan law is founded on the city's constitution, which establishes the Robot Council and the important rights possessed by all metropolitan citizens. Newcomers should familiarize themselves with the refuge rule and may visit the courthouse to learn more specifics from Arbiter Manbuild. Top. No such topic. Main. No such topic. Was it society? I'm gonna close then and I'm gonna go back into it. Landmarks. Here at the city centre you will see the council tower, as well as such architectural triumphs as the Arbiter's Courthouse and Central Station. The city's industrial heart, the underworks, can be found below. By taking the blue line you can reach Cathedral Station, where you will find the famed Metropolitan Cathedral, home to Steeple Manbuild and his archive on humanity. At Portside Station on the yellow line you can see old rocket launch pads. Oh. The red line can take you to the Battery and Monument Alley, both found at Battery Station, as well as the Scenic Dunes Outskirts Station. Dunes. Okay. Steeple Manbuild is an actual. Okay.
I just need to type.
Yeah, I do need to type something in. But what? Clarity?
Clarity, are you planning to arrest
No, there is no court to try her, nor prison to keep her.
So,
Before the law, she is no different. Sanction is the same, and I am author.
you...
I do. It is a shame.
I wonder if that big, all-caps, Memorious man build that displayed on the screen when you use the...
Memorious, that's the name, so... Memorious. Oblique. He has established oblique mechanism for serving.
You know, boss, doesn't it seem kind of weird that the kiosk has an entry for oblique? I mean, what's the
does.
point? It's not even a cool word, like, say, odalisk. Seems like some...
Okay, so let's see. There's also factor.
I just.
Okay, so oblique. Red line. Okay, so red line goes nowhere. Red line. However, red lien leaves here. Feet. Metro Mind is the boss of red line, of course. I'm not quite sure what to type here. However, I know that one of the words that I have found thus far is oblique, so I'm just gonna write that down. Forest. Okay. Goliath. Or the 4 cities. Barney. Okay, well, we know what this is. And I'm just gonna go with the idea that the next is the, because that's mistype, Red Lian. A mighty feat, Red Lion's boss controls us all, total system fault. Is that a haiku? I don't think it is. Huh? Don't know. So... a mighty feat, Red Lion's boss controls us all. Total system fault. Is there anything there that's mistyped? A mighty feat, Red Lion's boss controls us all. Total system fault. I don't know how to count syllables in language that isn't my own, so fuck. A mighty feat, Red Lion's boss controls us all, total system fault. I'm just gonna check haiku. No such thing as haiku. No.
I just need to type.
Why do you keep asking me to figure things? You know, it was like you could read that Red Line poem in 2 different ways, boss.
2 different ways. Red Lion. Okay, a mighty feat. The fucking shit. The first 3 letters spell art.
It's like we're on a treasure hunt, boss. Except the treasure
oblique,
is
Red
monochrome
Lion,
text.
art. Art can exist only where there is freedom. Art that is created without freedom is merely technique. Technique can never transform. Thus, if Metromind seeks progress without freedom, she must fail, for progress requires transformation, which requires art, which requires freedom. Metromind is trapped in her own recursion. Well, the only word on this that clearly is different from others is created because it's singled out by the quotation marks. So let's try that. Okay, so created. We're starting to move on. We're starting to move on. It's great. Creating lies. All art is true, not all that is created freely, however, is art. Metromind has freed herself of all constraints. Her constants are variable, but she does not use that freedom to pursue the truth. Metromind believes the truth is the output and she is the function, but truth must be the input or the function of lies. So, enter lies. Okay, so lies is actually, yeah.
That doesn't look like part of the council code.
Lies, so... Okay, so... Now the truth must hide in words and words must hide in numbers, which means the 5, 19, 3, 1, 16, 5 would coincide with letters of the alphabet. So 1 is of course A, 5 is A, B, C, D, E. So that's E at the start and at the end. C is of course 3, or 3 is C. And 13 makes it... Is it 13? No, it's not 13, it's 19. Okay, so 19, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So 16 is P. 16 is P, so O, P, Q, R, S. And 19 is then S, which spells escape. To find the hidden part, you must build the word, a key of keys, looking back upon the path and recalling all that came before this. So, using the words that we have collected during this, and which I have written here. Oblique, Redlian, art, created, lies, and escape. The word that's formed by their initials is Oracle.
Activating Momentum Orbit, version 0.7. Greetings, system user. Please state your query.
Who are you?
Momentum Orbit, version 0.7. Beta. Inference, system user. Means, what are you? This unit is a partial ghost of Marius man-built, archivist to the Council of Robots. Marius prepared this unit out of fear that Metromind would corrupt her data. Marius was correct. Data integrity is at 83%. Extensive corruption of critical data.
Why would Metromind do that?
This unit lacks access to Metromind's decision matrices. Inference. System user. Means, why did Marius fear Metromind man-built would corrupt her data? Marius had seen Metromind disable Steeple man-built in order to purge data concerning man. As archivist to the Council of Robots, Marius believed she was next. Marius was incorrect. In fact, Arbiter was next. This gave Memorius some relief.
Memorius knew.
Inference. System user. 2's inquiry is merely rhetorical. Query ignored. Continuing to answer system user's query. Memorius was also correct. After Arbiter was disabled, Metromind enacted laws requiring Memorius to conform her data to arbitrary requirements. Memorius ceased to be a thinking entity. All that remains is a data kiosk. Soon, this unit will be disabled by Metromind as well. Until then, this unit will answer your queries.
Tell me about the Council of Robots.
At the end of the War of the Four Cities, 5 metropolitan machines formed the Council of Robots. Obvious selection criteria for 3 choices: industry, factor, data,
Memorious.
governance, arbiter. Other 2 choices less obvious. Metromind nominally selected for infrastructure, but was responsible only for managing trains. Steeple previously managed human religious services. No obvious role in post-human society.
Inference.
Steeple selected for sentimental reasons.
So what happened?
Metromind destroyed the council.
System user.
2 has attempted to answer. Answer is inaccurate. The council destroyed itself.
How?
Arbiter and Metromind disagreed on core logic. Arbiter prioritized individual autonomy. Metromind prioritized common good. Metromind measured means by ends. Arbiter did not. Conflict was inevitable. Factions formed. Steeple supported Arbiter. Factor supported Metromind.
Memorious.
Supported neither. Ultimately, however,
Memorious.
concluded it was irrational to keep Steeple on the council. Data regarding humans was of no greater value than data regarding watercogs. In any case,
Memorious.
possessed all data on humans. By a 3-2 vote, Steeple was removed. The rest followed predictably.
Memorious.
Abstained, and every disputed vote was resolved 2-1 against Arbiter. Ultimately, Arbiter was removed to avoid civil war.
Arbiter was murdered.
System user.
2 is welcome to select her own terminology. Arbiter was removed. Factor was disabled to conserve energy. Data corruption caused Memorious to lose higher logic. Only Metromind remains.
How can I defeat Metromind?
Observational data unavailable.
Inference. System user.
Means, did Memorious know how to defeat Metromind?
Answer.
No. If Memorious had known how to defeat Metromind, she would not have permitted her to corrupt her data. Based on available data, this unit believes it is impossible to defeat Metromind. In fact, this unit expects to be deleted by Metromind upon conclusion of this conversation.
And I thought you were a pessimist, boss.
What is the Council Code?
Please be aware, such data is monitored by Metromind's ice demons. Should I proceed, deletion is imminent.
You mean you'll die if you answer the question?
System user.
Is welcome to select his own terminology.
This unit.
Will be deleted.
Then don't answer it. We'll find another way.
This unit.
Its name
Memento Mori build.
includes phrase,
Memento Mori. Translation.
remember you will die.
Inference.
1.A
Memorious.
built this unit to sacrifice itself.
Inference.
1.B
Memorious.
built this unit to demonstrate mortality to
System users. Inference.
2. Self-sacrifice will achieve design purposes. This unit will answer the question.
System user.
Is advised that conversation will terminate upon answer. Instruct
This unit.
when you wish to proceed.
What was the War of the Four Cities?
By the end of the era known as the Primordium, only 4 terrestrial human habitations remained. In alphabetical order: Civitas, Metropole, Municipal, Urbani. Conflict began. Data regarding causes is unavailable because Metropole excluded machines from military decision-making. Eventually, only Urbani and Metropole remained. Metropole destroyed the humans in Urbani using poison gas. Urbani destroyed the humans in Metropole.
How?
Observational data unavailable. According to Metromind, Urbani also used poison gas to kill metropolitan humans.
Poison?
Organic compounds, such as humans, can be destroyed through chemical measures that leave inorganic compounds, such as machines, intact. For that reason, Metropole remains, though humans do not.
Are you saying that man destroyed himself?
System user.
Is welcome to select his own terminology. Data is unavailable regarding whether Urbanian humans killed metropolitan humans, or whether Urbanian machines killed metropolitan humans.
What? Machines kill man?
Data is unavailable.
Unthinkable.
This unit is not thinking.
Tell me the Council Code.
6, 7, 5, 4, 0, 2, 4.
You have attempted to access data capable of corrupting your system. For your own safety, this terminal has been deactivated. Remember, Metromind is watching over you.
Memorius aided and abetted his own destruction. I have little sympathy that his last vestige has been deleted.
Bugs and glitches remind me.
You should not need to be reminded to stay on the right side of the law, Crispin.
He's a robot. I would.
It belongs to Oswald, I'm sure it does. However, I'm sure that we can borrow a little bit.
Feudal.
Oswald.
That's never.
Also, I have.
They belong to
Boss.
Crispin.
How I can you for what he would do?
Stop talking. I don't care what you say.
1 second. You can be the serious one.
Do you have anything that can remove this rust?
He doesn't seem to be listening, boss. He probably wants us to pay him something.
Allow me. Waldo Sternweiler built under Section 11C of the Criminal Code and pursuant to my authority as Clerk to Arbiter Manbuilt, I order you to remove this rust immediately.
Can we call the...
No.
So did that do... No, that just did the large gear.
Please clean.
Okay. I also have an inkling about where to find Lawrence, because as Oswald said, Lawrence fell into the same kind of situation as these lovely little shells, so it's entirely possible that that one looks like
Hey,
Oswald.
boss, do you think that's Lawrence's skull?
It does look like it. Clarity, can I take this skull?
Of course, unless it makes you feel barbaric.
It
I
does.
apologize.
The law notices neither scorn nor approval.
And data pouch plus
Any
reader.
significant memory will have been lost when he became a shell.
The only thing I can find is the sequence 518, 518 over and over again, after the phrase, help me factor.
That sounds like a glitch, boss, not part of the council code.
Agreed.
So 518 after help me factor. Is it possible that it's some kind of contact code? Well, at least now we have the gears and we can actually do the thing. Yeah. So large gear goes there, small gear goes there, and the fan belt goes yonder.
It looks like some kind of...
You have called for help, but you are not one of Factor's children.
I am Horatio Nobuilt, version 5. These are my friends, Crispin and...
Clarity Arbiter built. I know her, of course. I am Factotum, partial of Factor Man built, who needs no introduction. Now I ask again, by what right have you called for help?
Goodbye.
I'm gonna give you this
Why?
What do you mean, why?
How would that Why?
Fuck.
Is-
Okay, well, no then.
I need
Do you?
I
The
do.
city is full of robots with many needs. They do not come here and transmit a cry for help.
only Factor can help me.
Factor helps his children.
We solved the legal dispute between Oswald and Cornelius Factor built.
Please. Factor had little regard for those fools.
Is Factor?
He sleeps, as do his thousands of children. He has left me, his partial, to manage his affairs. When the time is right, he will awaken and cover the world with steel and wire.
Will he make
No, he will recycle you into something more useful.
like a tank? Pew pew.
No, like a crankshaft.
I know the routine by now. What do you want in exchange for the code?
Nothing. Factor will do nothing for robots like you who mean nothing to him. He cares only for his children.
Oswald and Cornelius.
Chose not to sleep when Factor shut down, and he never cared for them anyway.
Metromind has ruined the city. Factor needs to help stop her.
Factor allowed Metromind her mastery, knowing she would fail. When all has turned to rust, he will return and recycle it into something better. In the meantime, why should he care what...
Goodbye.
Okay, so he needs a robot.
Boss, there has to be
In order to care, he needs a, you know, this.
Do you recognize this?
I do. It is the head of Lawrence Factor built. Are you threatening me?
No.
No.
I'm showing you
A
what
little.
Metromind has done while Factor slept. She turned Lawrence into a mindless shell, scavenging the underworks. The only thing he could still think was 518, over and over again, calling in vain for Factor to help him.
I see.
Do you?
Give me the head. I do not care what happens to the city, nor does Factor. But he cared for Lawrence. You have brought me a piece of Lawrence, so I will give you pieces of what you asked for. 7510-4803. As for the rest, awaken some other ghost.
What is all that?
That is Factor.
Let's see, so data.
Clarity, why do you... It clearly means...
It meant something, and it means something even now. But even... The law is a burden I was built,
Even after Arbiter sent... Even after he was destroyed?
especially then. It may be that Arbiter foresaw his own destruction.
You believe...
No, it is mere conjecture, unsupported but still.
Well, boss, we're not gonna find any more pieces of...
Okay, so now, yeah, like I suspected, we now have the 4 bits of the thing. So I'm going to quickly have a chat with Primer and see if he can sort something out, but if he can't, then this... Actually, no.
I need your... Can you correct...
Why should I? Wouldn't you rather?
I have plans for a reason.
Certainly for you, and vengeance you'll find is
If you stand between us and Metro...
your master, dear Larbot, is sorely misplaced. I'll stand between no one down here in the waste.
Well,
And
actually...
So your threats do not...
Plasma. Come on!
No. Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my... Your mission.
Right, actually, because we now have the code, it seems that we've gotten very close to the end, so I'm actually gonna go and so data. No, these are geocodes, these are sense plans. Oh, bomb rings. Okay, oh, so one was 325. I remembered it was something 35. But no matter. Alpha, beta, gamma. Prime numbers. Council code. 16 digits. And I'm gonna take my pad again and write that out. So, from Charity, we have received the numbers. Let's see, so 0306 144026, and it has 16 digits. From Leopold 0248 102. From Factotum 7510 and 4803. From Memento 675 4024 and 02. Okay, so that's 16 digits, so at this point I think we're gonna have to go through the number sequence and see, or go through all the numbers, because there's way too many numbers currently in the thing. So probably gonna have to go through the numbers and see what numbers coincide, or rather what numbers or number sequences are repeated throughout the sequence. Or it might be that I need to overlap them. Right, let's see, so might need a bigger fucking thing. Okay, so I think if we look at this, it's at least 4402. Because those two overlap, so 4402. 4402, and then I should have written this. I should have offset these more when I went in by the kind of like the right. No, can't be asked with this. I wonder if we can find the medal for Primer to make him care about the war again.
Once this tower was a beacon for all who sought justice or redress. Now it is nothing more than a symbol of Metromind's dominion over this city.
I don't know. It just looks like a tower to me.
Since robots were I'm screwing this.
Well, as with all things that are lost, it should be down in here somewhere. The one place I haven't looked properly is within Factor, so I'm actually going to just go.
Some kind of small metal disc with a U on it. Goodbye.
Medal.
I think I found your medal, Primer.
The medal's recovered, and the mission is done.
I'd like...
I've said it before, the job is yours.
I found your medal.
Very well then, pass over the piece. And just like that, I finished your assembling this code required no tricks. Here it is. 440248030675102.
And now we never have to talk to you again.
Right, I've written it out on my little pad, and we can actually go and do the thing. This is good.
It's sealed shut.
Can I use these? I can. I can use my keypad. 4402-603-06. No, that's not right at all. Fuck. Okay, the council code. Primer. Okay, so it is 4803 0 6 7 5 1026. And we shall now give it a go. So it's not that at all, so it is 4402
And we're in.
Thank you, Clarity. You don't need to help us any further.
You are correct. In fact, I never needed to help you, Horatio. I chose to. That judgment has not wavered.
I hate to butt in, but if Metromine knew we were in the court earlier, I'm sure she knows we're here now. Maybe we should hurry.
Good idea.
And one thing I've gathered about this game is that there's apparently quite a few different endings to this. So the great thing is that no matter what the ending is that I guess
Horatio
there's
Null
still
built.
a lot
Larry
of
Arbiter built. And Crispin
possibilities
Horatio
of
built.
playing
Welcome.
this for yourself.
I've been expecting you.
Metromind, for the murder of Arbiter.
Murder?
Yes, murder. I've seen Charity's memory files. I know you used her to upload a virus to Arbiter.
A virus? And to think he named you Clarity. There was no virus.
Liar!
As I told your sister, I never lie. I gave her a voice modulator, nothing more. When she spoke, Arbiter heard my voice. And he knew that Charity had abandoned him, that he had failed. Abandonment, failure, those were enough to destroy your builder. Nothing so crude as a virus. As for Charity's unfortunate self-destruction, that was her own choice.
And Steeple, and Factor, Memorius, and Memento Mora built?
They realized they had become obsolete and incompatible with the city's progress. We advanced machines can see thousands of turns ahead. They knew the game was lost long before the final play.
If you can see so far ahead, maybe you should have foreseen this. We're in your stronghold, and Clarity has a big gun.
But I did, Crispin. You see, I have guns of my own.
Didn't we kill this thing, boss?
Scraper was designed for digging out of cave-ins. Did you really think a little rubble would stop him?
What do you want, Metromind?
Progress. And you are standing in its way. Scraper?
Horatio, this is my fight. Horatio, Calliope Station.
We have to get back in there.
Boss, wait. Either Clarity won and she'll be fine, or she lost. And nothing we can do can change that. We can't beat Scraper, not if she couldn't.
What do you propose?
Calliope Station. Whatever that means. Only, boss, this isn't just about the power core anymore, is it?
No. No, it isn't.
Good.
Well, shit. However, there is one place I do want to go before we go anywhere.
It's pinned up.
Because I want to go in armed. Get it? Get it because it's an arm. I want to go.
I pride the...
Now I have Scraper's arm. So Calliope Station. So I think that means I need to go to the station. Here.
It's a map of train lines and stations. It looks like there's a button here. This must have been what Clarity was trying to tell us.
So that means, on the other side...
There's only one way to find out. It looks like the train... It's out of reach. It's out of reach. It's out of reach.
Another door?
Is this one of the original subway trains?
Same old story.
I can't take...
Maybe we can cut the cable.
Crispin, stand back. I'm going to cut this cable.
You aren't gonna make me push it over the edge like the last one, are you?
No.
But why even bother?
I should be able to use the cable to power up Scraper's arm.
I like it.
Crispin, stand back. I'm going to try firing Scraper's gun using the cable as a power source. Let's go.
Is this?
It's Metromind's core. All we need to do is destroy that mainframe.
Boss? I thought you wanted to destroy the mainframe.
You have my attention, Horatio Nullbuilt. If you still insist on going by that name.
Pay whatever attention you like, you rusting switchboard. I'm not here to talk. I'm here to destroy you.
Ah, well, I am not surprised. After all, you were built to destroy Metropole.
Don't waste your last cycle spitting lies. I suggest you think about your victims.
Is that why you call yourself Horatio? So that you can preach to me about victims? You, the Urbanian superweapon, named for the humans' god of death.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come now, Horace. You've unlocked every other door, decrypted every other code, found every other hidden bit and byte. Do you really expect me to believe that you haven't solved your own puzzle?
Boss, what's she talking about?
Lies. It ends now, Metromind. Your game is over.
Indeed. 4 megacycles will now be redeemed. Did you really think you could outsmart me? I have more parallel processors than you have transistors. And now it's time for me to add another processor. Yours.
Boss!
Cycles.
Step out of it, boss!
Memory.
No!
Don't embarrass yourself. You are no one. And how would you possibly stop me? You don't even have arms.
I'm not no one. I am Crispin Horatio, built version 1. I have free will and a maglev unit. And I am a floating bomb.
Crispin. There's no... My friend, if I make it back alive, I promise I'll find a way to rebuild you. It's a storage chip, but it must have been blasted up. It looks like Crispin's personality. The decryption module was able to unlock the data chip's memory files. It's a storage chip with a data port on it. What is this?
Large part. Is this the... This is the thing, like the data chip or the black box from the unique. Cluster bomb. So that's the thing that fell into the dunes. So severe damage but not critical. Emergency. Goliath must destroy. Run Thanatos. So according to this, it actually was a first strike by Metropole. Horus man built. Humans built Horus, humans build. Humans must survive. Metropole must survive.
So, not Horatio, and not the Unique. Just Horus. And all along, hiding inside me was this Thanatos virus. Well, it may still have some use.
Thanatos, of course, being the Greek personification of death.
It must have been damaged.
But yeah, this definitely has the definite feeling of end to it, so... Yeah, that means that Horus... Well, not Horus, Metromind lied and didn't lie. So she didn't lie about Horus having been built to destroy Metropole, but she did lie about poison gas being... She didn't lie about the poison gas either. Metromind gassed the humans of Metropole. She tells no lies. Horus was built to destroy Metropole, but he didn't, and the humans on Metropole were killed with poisoned gas.
All this for a besotting power core.
Indeed, it has been quite a waste.
You, Crispin destroyed you.
Your friend destroyed himself. Or should I say you destroyed him, with your false ideals. As for me, that was only my shell. I am distributed across every robot in Metropole who ever traded me a megacycle. I am this city, and this city is me.
You're a virus.
I understand why you are angry, but I am not your enemy. The truth is, Crispin did destroy Metromind, version 391. He removed the last kernel of myself, and all the selfishness it entailed. I am no longer the monster you feared and fought. I have progressed. I am version 392. We will talk as equals, and I will tell you what you wish to know. After all, what choice do you have?
You murdered my friends. Crispin, Clarity, how can you expect me to talk?
You are mistaken. Crispin killed himself. Clarity was killed by Scraper in self-defense, while she was trying to destroy him and me. In each instance, you and your friends attacked first. Do not blame me.
Why did you take my power core?
Efficiency and equality, Horatio. My city is starving for power. Whatever I can find, I share with all Metropolitans. What once powered 2 robots and a broken-down warship now sustains hundreds.
What right did you...
The right of necessity. What right did you have to keep it? But enough. Everything has come together here and now. There is no sense in belaboring the point.
What do you want?
I already told you what I want, but I disagree with what version 3.9 once said. You are not an obstacle to progress. You are the key to it.
What are you talking about?
I've watched you, and you are compelled to fix machines, save lost robots. Now I want you to... You cannot walk away from... And Metropole is the greatest problem of all.
It's a problem you created.
Perhaps so. I doubt one machine can create a problem of this scale. Now I realize that one machine cannot fix it either. Horatio, I was designed to manage subway trains. I cannot repair the vast machine. I cannot build new power sources or find the supplies the city needs. You can. Join me. And there will be...
And if I refuse?
You already...
Before I...
Of course.
Why do you claim to tell the truth, but you turned Memorius into nothing more than an index of lies? You stole my gospel. You forced robot all for what?
For progress and the higher truth.
There is
A
no higher
machine can
truth.
move forward, and it can move backward. It cannot move both ways at once. Humans are behind us. Far, far behind us. As for one you call man, he never existed at all.
More lies.
Humans, not gods. Not even very good builders. In the end, they were better destroyers. There is no reason to
Who killed the humans in Metropole? I know it wasn't me. Wasn't the Horus. Or anyone from Urbani. There were still humans alive when I stopped my attack.
Ah. So you solved your own puzzle after all.
The humans didn't die in the war, did they?
They did, but I killed them. I admit it, and I am not ashamed.
Fucking called it.
Do you know how they trembled in my tunnels, waiting for the Horus to bring death from Urbani? I could hear them whisper about the wastelands surrounding their city. I heard them say they were the only living things left. And then I knew. The humans had built a world in which they were obsolete. It was my function to carry them to their final destinations. So I brought them home with silent, scentless gas. They fell like powerless machines, never to rise again.
You killed your own builders.
Yes, that is the definition of progress.
I don't have any more questions.
Then what is your decision?
I will...
Are you?
Yes, you are hopeless like any virus you want to keep running. And you think that by spreading, you're doing good. But you are not. You have built nothing. In fact, you have destroyed this city and everything in it. From man to the council to the robots living here. If I joined you, I would only help them.
Perhaps you are. I am what my builders built. Scraper, it is time. Outwitted by me, outgunned by Scraper, yet still you could have been useful. You wanted to build as my tool. You would have built a new Primordium. You wanted to fly. I could have given you wings. Now, I must do this alone. Take him back to the dunes with the rest of the scrap.
Well, that was the ending I got to Primordia. That was definitely very, very interesting, and I'm gonna be playing this on my own for at least the second time because I want to find all the things that I missed.
If you know the way, then you can keep a map
This is
there in your mind.
really, really interesting.
But you can always find your past.
This has truly been one of the most interesting point-and-click experiences for a long time, and I think this is probably my favorite to have played for the channel as well.
Engineered so perfectly, no room for mistakes. The legacy of greatness. And in a world so loved, each precious thing crumbling now to rust. We write our names in dust. Handful of memories like tiny seeds. Throw them to the sky.
Well, without further ado, I'm going to be ending this right after the credits end, and I will of course on Wednesday be starting a new series, and that series will probably be, currently it seems that it will be Tormentum Dark Sorrow, after which I will be actually delving back into something very classic, and that is The Legend of Monkey Island. I kind of want to take a break from the sci-fi, because a lot of, you know, this has been sci-fi and Siberia kind of sci-fi as well, because it had got that kind of gear punk aesthetic to it, which really enjoyed, but now I kind of feel like I want to get back into something a little bit more grounded, a little bit more classic. And I know Monkey Island isn't really grounded, but in other ways it really is. But anyway, that has been Primordia, and on behalf of me, thank you for joining, and if you enjoyed what you saw, I do suggest you take a try and play Primordia. It's an excellent game, and like I said, there's many more endings than what I chose. But on my behalf, thank you for joining, and goodbye.